Welcome to Amish Roots, plain talk in a modern world. My name is Ruth, and for the first 32 years of my life, I was Amish in every sense of the word. I put my long hair up underneath a covering, I wore dresses and aprons, and I drove in a horse and buggy. If you've joined my vlog, you will learn that my Amish upbringing shaped who I have become. Even though I'm no longer part of that community, I still have friends and family there, and although some of my relationships changed when I left, I still care and love them. People in my world today often ask me, why did you leave? My answer cannot be summed up in a simple explanation. It was a desire for me to want more than what I could get as an Amish girl. By this, I mean the girls and the boys have a certain lifestyle that they have to live, and I had a need to express myself in ways that weren't allowed under the Amish umbrella. I wanted to broaden my horizons, as they say. I was probably about 23 when I began questioning things, but it wasn't until an older sister died suddenly when I was the age of 30 that I wanted to be a better version of myself, and it was very much magnified at that time. My faith was tested, and I began to question what being a true Christian meant. Speaking Deutsch, which is the language that the Amish used, some people call it German, some people call it Pennsylvania Deutsch, whatever you want to call the dialect, that language was not an easy one for me. I was missing out on the teachings at church. It also affected my conversations and connections with the people in my Amish community. I tended to avoid those who used Deutsch as their primary way of talking, as I didn't understand it very well. And it was a time that I also began to explore being English. This is what the Amish people, call anyone outside the Amish and Mennonite community. Since I already had exposure to that world, having attended public school, babysitting, and cleaning for the English, it wasn't hard for me to imagine myself living this way. I also wanted to learn more about the Bible in a language that I understood, and I wanted to be more involved in a church. However, probably the biggest reason I wanted to leave was because I yearned to be useful and needed. I wanted to do something besides cooking, keeping house, and having babies. Not that these aren't good qualities to have and good things to do, but I needed more. All these feelings and emotions are what led me to jump the fence, as the Amish say about people who leave. It wasn't easy. I had an outside support system already in place when I left, which helped me immensely. So, now you know a little bit about me and my reasons for leaving my Amish roots. But I want you to understand that now that I'm part of the modern world, my plain upbringing is not misplaced, and it has an enormous effect on my life. I did eventually get married, and my husband would be the first to tell you that I have deep-seated roots in the Amish tradition. For those of you who consider the Amish the quiet in the land, you have obviously never sat with a group of Amish ladies at a quilting bee or met and visited with the extended Zare family. There's nothing quiet about either one of those. Now, as we journey together, I thank you for hopping on this vlog with me. And as we travel through Amish roots, plain talk in a modern world, you will hear me use Amish expressions, share humorous stories, and I will have personal opinions about everyday events. The thing you need to remember is that they are my thoughts and opinions and do not reflect those of the wider Amish community. Others may experience or have experienced things differently. I welcome your comments and questions, but encourage everyone to be respectful and kind. No matter what your life story is or where you come from, you are loved and therefore be loving. So mach's gut. This means make it good in Pennsylvania Dutch. So again, mach's gut. And I'll see you next time on Amish Roots.